What if you woke up tomorrow morning, looked outside your window, and there were two suns in the sky just chilling like that's totally normal? And I don't mean a movie or CGI or some weird TikTok filter. I mean two actual giant burning balls of space fire. At first, you'd probably think, okay, this is kind of cool. Double sunsets, double light, double Instagram posts. But yeah, that excitement would last about 5 minutes before everything starts going very, very wrong. Because having two suns isn't just a vibe. It's basically the fastest way to turn Earth into a giant space barbecue. So first question, where did the second sun even come from? Did the universe just spawn it in? Here's the crazy part. This idea isn't even that unrealistic. A huge number of star systems out there actually have two suns, or even more. Yeah, space is wild. They're called binary star systems, and planets can orbit them if everything behaves nicely. But Earth? Yeah, we were built for one sun, not a buy one get one free deal. Let's start with something simple, temperature, also known as how fast you're about to cook. Right now, one sun keeps Earth at a nice, comfortable average. You know, survivable, not crispy. But add a second sun, and suddenly it's not a bit warmer. It's, why is everything melting? Because energy from two stars doesn't just politely double. It stacks, builds up, and completely ruins your day. We're talking temperatures so high, stepping outside wouldn't feel like summer. It would feel like walking straight into a giant oven. And it doesn't stop there, because all that extra heat starts building up in the atmosphere, like putting a lid on a boiling pot. Temperatures keep rising and rising until the planet starts looking less like Earth and more like Venus. And trust me, Venus is not a vacation spot, unless you enjoy being instantly cooked alive. We're talking over 400 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt metal and absolutely ruin your day. But heat isn't even the worst part, because now we need to talk about water. Yeah, that's not staying either. Oceans would start evaporating, and not slowly. We're talking massive amounts of water turning into vapor fast. At first, you'd get huge clouds forming everywhere, like the planet is trying to fight back. But those clouds don't save you. They just trap even more heat. Congratulations, you just made things worse. Eventually, the oceans disappear completely, and Earth turns into a dry, cracked, overheating mess. But here's where things go from very bad to okay, we're completely doomed, because now we have to talk about gravity. Because adding a second sun isn't just extra light, it's adding another massive gravitational force pulling on Earth. And when you have three massive objects interacting, things stop being predictable, like at all. This is called the three-body problem, which is basically science's way of saying, good luck figuring this out. Even supercomputers struggle to predict these systems. So yeah, your weather app definitely isn't ready for this. So what happens to Earth? Well, best case scenario, the orbit becomes unstable. And unstable is just a nice way of saying, we have no idea where this thing is going. Just imagine this. Earth gets flung out into deep space, just casually ejected like it did something wrong. And in another scenario, we get pulled straight into one of the suns, which is, you know, slightly worse. So yeah, whether we freeze in space or dive into a star, this situation has a 0-star rating on Yelp. But let's say, somehow, Earth doesn't get destroyed immediately. What would daily life even look like? First of all, forget normal day and night cycles. Your sleep schedule is officially canceled. Depending on how the suns move, you might have daylight almost all the time. Yeah, good luck sleeping. And when it does get dark, It might only last a few minutes, like the universe is speedrunning nighttime. Your body would be completely confused, hormones out of control, basically permanent jet lag. And plants? Yeah, they wouldn't know what's going on either. Too much sunlight can actually kill them. Photosynthesis sounds great, until it turns into photosynthesis overload and everything starts dying. And without plants, oxygen levels drop. So now we've got heat and less air. Amazing combo. Animals would start disappearing too. Ecosystems collapsing like a badly built house of cards. So yeah, even if we somehow survive space chaos, life on Earth turns into a full disaster real quick. So if you ever wake up and see two suns in the sky, just know something has gone very wrong. And at that point, don't worry about work. Don't worry about bills. Yeah, you've got bigger problems. At first, it looks like the best vacation ever. Perfect lighting, no bad weather. But yeah, it doesn't make vacations better. It just brings hell a whole lot faster. Curiosity didn't kill the cat. It made the raccoon, so subscribe. It only gets weirder from here.